So what else should I look at?
Let's see.
Because I was kind of playing my computer up while we're presenting, and so I had my let's take that right out. Look, I can just delete this from right here so that we won't have Desiree's 28-week pregnant belly all over Kathy's Moodle.
So I'll show you a little of navigation for one thing. That's a little different. I'm going to turn editing off. Okay, this is folder view. This normally was called collapsed topics.
Right.
This is a different thing.
And I saw here that I could expand them all.
Yes, you can expand all and collapse all.
Right.
Also, this is for students, you're going to want to know this. If you click on the folder, you just open the topic. Super, right? Right. If you click on the link, it opens the topic in a new page.
I noticed that. Okay.
So I like this because you get more real estate. However, even if you click the breadcrumb trail, it won't return you to your home page. You must either click topic list or this icon to get back to the home page. So that's something to keep in mind because otherwise you're going to be stuck in this loop of I can't get out.
Right. Okay. Or if you were there, you can also get there here.
Yeah, but you can't jump to the front page of the course. Oh, you can with topic list because that's the number one thing. Right.
Okay, so what is, if I click here and that takes me to a new page, what does this icon mean?
That means show all the topic lists.
Got it. So these little bars are supposed to be all the topics.
Right. For accessibility reasons, I think that they actually put it here and then here in text because if you've got a text reader, you want kind of a short, and what I mean by a text reader is blind students need a program that verbally reads through everything. It's a Kathy Pinkowski sandbox, topic 1, When it comes to this is a pretty long name for a button. Return to the course page with a list of all the topics. Whereas topic list,
it has that alt text too.
It does have
That's
the
funny.
alt text, but it will read this topic list, and that's probably why they have an icon.
Because an image isn't the same as words. No. So when you think about giving access to everybody who deserves to have access to your learning environment, and when you're a public school teacher, you're beholden to make your teaching equally accessible to everybody in your class. So if you have a deaf student, it is the law that they require accommodations in order to be able to gain access to your classroom. So many children, for example, if they are hard of hearing or deaf, will have a sign language interpreter who comes to class with them. This is a similar kind of thing, except that technology can really accomplish this for students who have visual impairments.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that I noticed when I was noodling around in it, when I was noodling around, is that you can change the look and feel of it. Now, this is, I think, was also
get to that.
But look, I already went there. Boom.
Okay.
So over here, I noticed that there's a thing called a dock. So that this is actually a way of kind of getting. Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, sorry, I was not. Oh, there it is. It all went here. I moved it over here. But if I move these things to the dock, they become little tabs. And in this Moodle theme, it's orange and has these kinds of little tab looks. But what I thought was pretty cool is that then you can kind of hide the calendar.
Yes, but that's only on a profile-by-profile basis. So
right, but they could elect to do that
absolutely.
Too, right? The students
it's kind of a nice thing because then you can customize the class for how it works for you. And if you want to undock everything, you can undock one by one.
Right.
But
I can do them all that way.
Do them all that way.
Yep. Which is neat. Now, one of the things that you can see, I've got editing on right here, but if I turn editing off, then you can see that what they did in preparing Alverno to move to this is that they took my current class, your current class, and they turned it into this particular format. So that was pretty cool. So it's got all this content in here, even though you guys are not in as students and can't see this just yet.
And it's for us to. This is again Desiree as our tester.
So I'm a student in this situation.
Yeah, and she is going through her converted class. And she's going to work with it a little bit to tell us if anything did not convert correctly. Because no one knows Desiree's class like Desiree does. I could look through it and miss things. So she is going to review her class for us because we need to know if the professors need to prepare in some way. Like maybe this should be backed up or maybe you should convert this assignment to another type before conversion.
Now, one of the things that I noticed, for example, you guys, is that as I scroll down here, you can see that mostly everything looks the same. Here is the, when I was doing, this is the screencast that I did just a couple weeks ago about how to create the game, the interactive sort of name matching game that we did in class. And YouTube videos look like they're working just fine. There's only one of them right there. But here, when I inserted a Vimeo one, it has a duplicate. And the same was true down here. When I have a Vimeo one, there's two different versions of, well, two identical versions rather of that. Then also when I went back up to the TED Talk where there's the Tim Brown talk where he's using the finger blasters, that there's all this embed code is up in here. So one of the things I raised with Kathy and contributed to our discussion forum or our issues where we're talking about the things that we're encountering as learners is that this is something that we need to figure out. And it may just be something that is particular to how TED works their embed code for their video.
But we also have multimedia filters that on the system administrator side, which is the things I do, that we can configure.
Right.
Now, the question is, did I not configure this correctly? Or is this a Moodle bug?
Right.
So we've got to figure that out.
Now, many of the things are just going to be identical. So, for example, this is still linking to the same document because this is an external link. So when we all signed up for this Google Doc, similarly with the pictures and the tagcetos and things like that that I've put in down below, these are unchanged. So I just think that this is a good example. I wanted to share with you a little bit about how I am also a learner in this and continuing to learn about technology in my faculty practice here. But it also kind of lets you know a little bit about how actually Kathy goes about doing her teaching. So that's all for right now.
Thanks.